It's week 7 of the 2022 season, and we'll watch Blake Martinez, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Giants and the Jaguars, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. The Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his second season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence. Lawrence going to put it up right away. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 5 yards past 100, and a touchdown.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They
try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
So here are the Giants now in great field position to start their initial drive. They'll be led out by Sam Darnold in his 5th year now out of USC. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Well, with Saquon Barkley, you often think of the elusiveness, the quickness, but he can definitely run with purpose as well, and he's able to shed a tackler there and continue on. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Open man right side is Tony. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's good for 28 yards. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Barkley is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
2nd down and goal. Darnold, and he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
Roughing a kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Kayvon Thibodeau in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. On second down, Dillon. And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
A first down throw, Darnold. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
From just shy of midfield, Darnold out to the right here to Shepard. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Up the middle with Barkley. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's Foley Fatukasi into the backfield with ease and making the stick for a loss.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. And his throw is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. A kind of a throwback weekend for our primetime games here in Week 7. Later tonight, a couple of the great AFC teams of the 70s do battle. The Steelers and Dolphins from Miami on Sunday night. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Bears and Patriots from Foxborough. A rematch of Super Bowl 20 Bears won that one 46-10. But fear not for the Patriots. If I remember correctly, well, they've won a few in the years following. On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball, let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog, Azeez Ojulari getting in there to bring him down.
It's awfully tough for a rookie to lead his team in sacks, but Azeez Ojulari did it as a second-rounder for the New York Giants last season. He had 8 of them and played a lot like the first-rounder many analysts thought he would have been.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leaves their 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0, our score. Going with their tight end on 4th. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. And this one is right through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Darnold from the gun. And that'll be caught by Tony. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 38, Darnold. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 8 yards there on a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To the air again, Darnold. That's complete to Tony. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. On first down, Darnold. Forced out to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Josh Allen, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Darnold. And he'll just get rid of it.
And his drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
That's Foley Fatukasi, who got in there and finished off the play.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. On the return, here's Agnew. 35 yards that time on the punt. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll run here with Dillon. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Dillon. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Off of play action, Darnold. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. After the sack on 1st down, Darnold. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target. And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. On 1st down, Lawrence got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 18. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. Oh, he shifts, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A.J. Dillon. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. On first down, it's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Darnold on first down. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw caught by Tony. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Darnold. It's hauled in by Shepard. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Holding offense.
Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Darnold to throw. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball.
He's got a man. Complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Darnold. And his throw here is incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4th down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Toward the sideline, it's complete, an athletic grab that's still well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. A nice job of bringing that in, but why was he so close to the sideline there? They had all kinds of room in the flat.
A little bit of a lack of coordination between him and the quarterback because both of them should have seen that room that was available, that space. Stop your route a little bit shorter, put it on him, and let him turn and get upfield.
So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. This to tie things up in the final minute. Gano's kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he?
And this is going to be intercepted. Oh, nice move. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. This will be from 53 for the win. And the 13-year man puts it through, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Giants, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.